it's Elizabeth from the Toy Hoarder. I am back with more Overwatch toys, guys. I found another 2-pack, and this is super cool. So this one is Genji and Hanzo, and this is kind of neat that they put these two characters together, because while we have one offense and one defense character, they have really similar ultimate moves. Hanzo has Dragon Strike, and Genji has Dragon Blade. So Genji uses this Japanese sword called a katana. It's basically a really long, thin sword to use his Dragon Strike. And Hanzo actually summons his own spirit dragon that like floats through the walls and then attacks things for you. So it's pretty awesome. But since they sound similar, I think that's why these two are packaged together. So that's kind of fun. This is like the Dragon Pack. It obviously is not called that. This is just Overwatch Ultimates. It's by Hasbro for ages 4+. There are 2 pieces of tape across the top. So I'm gonna cut those open real quick. Then we should be able to open the top and slide the tray out that's inside. There's a plastic tray here. And I'm gonna get all the accessories out. All these accessories are so tiny and flimsy, so do be careful with these while you're pulling them out. What's interesting too is both of them are kind of part cyborg. Well, okay, Genji is almost fully cyborg. His whole body is robot, but we got, you know, a little robot action happening in Hanzo's legs here, so that's kind of nifty. A little bit in this arm as well, so that's fun. Now, the Genji character comes with the figure and 4 accessories. Hanzo comes with the figure and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accessories. So, to be honest, I don't think this was supposed to come out, even though I just pulled this out of the back of him. Okay, so it does stick in the sheath like this, but it doesn't seem like it has a full arrow. His other arrow, so you can use strike arrow or scatter arrow, is here. It's sort of a bluish purple color. Sorry, my colors are not the best. I'm borderline colorblind here. I'm not actually sure how to put this in here, but in theory he should be able to. I mean, I would think you would put the arrow down. This is really annoying that his bandana thing is in my way. Alright, well, I guess you can put the arrow in there if you'd like. And then, oh, sorry, I miscounted these accessories. This goes with Genji, not Hanzo. So Genji has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Genji has 5 accessories. Hanzo has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sorta. I don't know if you really count that as an accessory, but good news is his whole little pack that he has here will actually come off as well, if you can get it around his crazy hair tie thing that's happening in the back. So there, that's kind of another accessory too. But I'm gonna put it back on him because I don't really need to lose that. That would be an unnecessary thing in my life. Okay. Here we go. Here is Genji up close. You sort of got this hair tie thing going here too, so that's kind of neat, I guess. Here's his dragons for Dragon Strike. These are awesome. They're super bendy and fun, and you can kind of untwist them, and I kind of just want to play with that. Here's his katana, green and silver there, and then here is his shorter blade. Then he's got 2 alternate hands. Here is his alternate left hand, and then his alternate right hand is actually throwing 3 ninja stars, so those are kind of weapons too. I like the way that they did this, so it's in motion attacking while you're playing, but you don't lose these little teeny tiny ninja stars, so I think that's pretty cool. But we definitely need to swap out a hand and get his ninja stars in here, because that is just epic. Also, he does have a sheath on his back. Well, 2 sheaths. He's got a sheath on his back for the katana, so that slides in there like that. And then he's got a sheath on the back of his waist for the shorter blade. So that slides in there like that. And then I guess we just kind of stick this on his arm. I don't really have a better plan than that, but now he's attacking with dragons and ninja stars, and that's kind of epic. I like it a lot. Or I guess you could put this on his legs or something too if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. You can play however imaginatively that you would like to play. Really hard to get over that hand. Maybe I should have swapped hands when I did that, but oh goodness. Okay, articulation. This isn't exactly articulation, but this whole ponytail thing or bandana end or whatever, I think it's the end of a bandana. Anyway, it is super flexible. It's not really supposed to have a joint there, but it's flexible. He does have a full ball joint in his head, a full ball joint in the shoulder, up, down, out, around. Just below the shoulder, he has a joint that twists, which is kind of interesting, but adds some more posability. Then, ooh, guys, this one has a double elbow joint. So, very difficult to get this joint moving. But there you go, he's got the double elbow, so now he can, you know, salute. Which I don't have the salute hand in right now, and also it's his left hand, so he can salute, I guess, but that's super cool. I like the double joints. It really gives him a lot more range of motion here. He does have a full ball joint right in the center of his chest, and then a tilting joint at his waist. These joints are a little bit tight, but they're not too bad so far. Oops, dropped his sword here. He does have a full ball joint in the thigh up here, and then a twistable joint just below the thigh. Then he's got his double knee joint, so this one's super extra posable because of the double joints in the elbows and the knees. And then of course he's got this ball joint in his foot. Now it does twist a little bit, but he's got kind of two prongs that come down on the side of his ankles, so they do interfere with too much twisting of the foot. But it does bend in and out, so that is super fun. Trying to see if there's anything else I need to say about him. I don't think so, but he's super cool. He reminds me a little bit of Ingenium from My Hero Academia. But anyway, guys, here is Hanzo up close. This here. Also, maybe he doesn't have mechanical body. I can't tell if he has actual mechanical leg bottoms or if those are supposed to be boots and armor, because the pants that he wears actually end right here. So I don't know. I think he's part cyborg though, but I might really know. If you know, put it in the comments below. I have not read all the novels on them yet. I know there are tons of books out that tell the whole backstory, and I do want to get into reading these. If you've read them, let me know. Is it worth the read? Anyway, I'm very fascinated by a lot of the character designs and their different abilities and things and the actual story to it. So I'm down to read them. I'm hoping they'll be good, but I don't really know a lot about them. Anyway, focus. He does have a full ball joint, and this is actually a nicely done joint. It does not get caught on anything except with these little hair ties, but it's a fairly smooth joint there, as well as this ball joint in his arm. A little rough to tilt it, but it's real smooth to do the 360. This is a nice smooth joint in his elbow, but again, rough to tilt it, and you really can't tilt it super far, so that's kind of odd. He does have a ball joint in his wrist, and okay, interestingly enough, he doesn't have the ball joint across the center of his torso. He has a ball joint at his waist instead, which is really interesting and different. Does he have another one? He doesn't. Okay, so that's interesting. I guess he just has the single torso one and the single elbow bend, so interesting. There is a full ball joint in the thigh, but it's very restricted by the end of his robe coming out here. His knee, oh yes, his knee does have the double joint, so that's cool. He does have the double joint in his knee and then a ball joint in his ankle. That's pretty neat. The ties around his robe piece are also real rubbery and silicone type flexible material, as well as the armor pieces. They're a little stiffer than that, but they're a little stiffer than, you know, the hair tie piece and the sash piece, but that's super cool. Here's his bow up close. Pretty epic looking bow, and fairly well detailed for one of these small toys. And I think I already showed you guys the arrow, but here is the larger arrow. And then he's got 2 extra hands here. His right hand is for the bow, and then his left hand is just a fist. Alright, so if you're going to put the bow in his hand, you are going to want to swap out his right hand so that he can grab the string. Now, I am not an archer. I don't think I've ever shot a bow. I was gonna say I've never shot a bow, but I'm gonna go with I don't think I've ever shot a bow, but who knows, maybe sometime when I was younger and do not recall. Well, he doesn't have, there's no string on his bow. Okay, I don't really know how he's supposed to. So I didn't even realize this when I was showing it to you guys, but there's no string on this bow, so this is gonna be really interesting to figure out. Alright, so this is the handle of the bow, so I'm gonna put his hand around that. Come on. Alright, I don't think he can. There's an extra piece to his bow where he just kind of holds it like this, but I guess you can hold it up like this and then pretend to pull and launch the string here, so I don't know. This is a little bit lame, but there. But that's kind of unfortunate because now you've got this big arrow, I guess, but you can't set it in the bow. Well, wait, hold on. There almost looks like there's a place here, a slot, but it doesn't, it's too wide to actually hold just the arrow here. So that's unfortunate. I thought maybe it would at least hold it in there, but it doesn't. This other one? I don't know, you guys. That is super unfortunate, but no, on the arrow actually staying in there. There's a little bit of an indentation on this side, and this is why I was saying that maybe it would sit in there. The other side does not have that same indentation, unfortunately, so that seems like a missed opportunity. It almost fits kind of backwards here. And kind of wedge the tail end in. I don't know. You guys, this is an unfortunate disaster. Here we go. Alright, I'll kind of rest it on his hand and then in that slot. So now it sort of looks like he would pull back and shoot an arrow here, and then you can pretend to pull back on his arm and then just kind of poke the arrow forwards. I mean, it's imagination play, you guys. I do kind of wish they'd put a string on it because that would have been cool. They could have put a little elastic string and it really wouldn't have been that much to add, but oh well, we do have his arrow, and then his arrow can stick inside of his backpack as well. This looks a little bit odd, the way that he holds the bow. He's supposed to hold it by this extra handle thing, but I guess I couldn't figure out how to get his hand around it, so I don't know, you guys, but they're still pretty fun and cool. They look really nice. They've got crazy detail, lots and lots of joints. A few of the joints are a little tight, and I would have appreciated better quality control on those joints so that they were more average across the bar. You know, either all the joints are really tight, all the joints are really loose. Ideally, all the joints are loose enough to move. Not crazy loose. I didn't have any that were super, super, super loose, but there are some joints on some of these figures that are crazy tight. So that's less fun, but these weapons are super epic. I mean, this dragon thing is so fun. I wish that it was a little bit wider here so I could wear it as a ring or something insanely obnoxious, because if I could get this across my finger, you guys, the dragons would wrap all the way around my finger, all up and down it. I could just point at someone with the dragon faces. It's pretty scary, right? I mean, can you see this happening? I wish my finger was smaller. Oh no, my pinky doesn't fit either, but ah ha ha. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys thought of this Genji and Hanzo 2-pack set down in the comments below. If you like what you saw, please click that subscribe button down below, share it with your friends, family, co-workers, anywhere you go, whatever you do. Please share it and encourage others to subscribe. It really helps support us, and it's totally free for you to do. If you do actually want notifications of every video that we post, click the bell as well as the subscribe button, and the bell will make sure that you get notified of everything new that we post. I do have several other Overwatch toys that are coming to the channel, so keep an eye out for those. And tons of other types of toys, so go head over to the channel and check that out. I think you'll have a great time and hopefully an informative, entertaining adventure there. Until next time, have a great time playing. Bye.